Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today I'm going to be taking my Darklord deck profile. Now I'm really excited for playing these because they really don't need an extra deck. I have an extra deck provided with them because they can go into it with a couple little combos with Superbia and a Shell. But other than that, you really don't need it. So I'm going to be playing this a lot when Link Summoning comes out, so I figured I'd go ahead and play around with it and show you guys how I'm going to be playing it once Link Summoning becomes live in the TCG. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So first off, we're going to play one copy of Darklord Morningstar. With Darklord Morningstar, when he's normal summoned, which you have to tribute summon him, he cannot be special summoned to the field. When he is summoned to your side of the field, you can special summon Darklord monsters equal to the number of effect monsters your opponent controls, which is really nice. I believe they have to be from the deck. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, from the deck. From your hand or deck. Ooh, wow. That even got better, didn't it? And then you can mill cards off the top of your deck equal to the number of Dark Lords you control to gain 500 life points for each Dark Lord card sent to the graveyard, which can really help out if you send like your spells and traps to the graveyard, because your other Dark Lords have special effects that I will get into in just a second. But that's pretty much it for Dark Lord Morningstar. With Dark Lord of Shell, the rest of these are going to have the following effect. Let me read it to you really quick. All Dark Lords as followed, all the way up to Dark Lord Superbia, have the effect that you can pay 1,000 life points to target one Dark Lord spell or trap card in the graveyard, apply that target's effect, then shuffle the target into the graveyard. Essentially, if you have Dark Lord Banishment in the graveyard, you can activate a Shell's effect while she's on the field to pay 1,000 life points to make her effect, Dark Lord Banishment's effect, to search a Dark Lord card from your deck to your hand. So it's really nice. But all Dark Lords have a first effect, and then they have that effect, which a Shell's is that you can discard her to the graveyard with another Dark Lord card, which is usually going to be your Dark Lord Superbia, to draw 2 cards. Now, she is the favorite Dark Lord because she's the draw engine, but she's also the favorite of mine because she's a succubus. So, let's keep going before we get any deeper into that. So first off, we're gonna play one copy of Dark Lord Tez. The reason we play him is because he's a hand trap. He has that other effect, but he's a hand trap that can negate the destruction of Dark Lord cards or a Dark Lord card on your side of the field. So he kind of is that blanket effect that negates all destruction for your Dark Lords one time. Then we play 2 copies of Darklord Naston. With Darklord Naston, I was playing him at 3, but now I bumped him down to 2. I've kind of played around playing him at 3 or 2. He kind of, like, to me, with playing him at 3, it kind of bothers me a little bit because you have to commit so much to bring him out. So I only play the 1. Or the 2, I mean. Then I play 1 copy of Darklord Amethyst. The reason I play 1 copy of Amethyst is because you can discard him and another Dark Lord card from your hand to special summon, or not special summon, add a Dark Lord card from your graveyard to your hand. So he kind of lets you recycle your shells back to your hand, or just about anything you need that's got Dark Lord in its name. Then we play 3 copies of Dark Lord Superbia. With Dark Lord Superbia, you can, if it's special summon from the graveyard, you get to special summon another Dark Lord from your graveyard, which is really nice. Usually you're going to discard this card off with a shell. Then we play 1 copy of Dark Lord Zerato. Dark Lord Zerato is a really interesting card. I don't play Raigeki in this deck because of him. Because you can tribute one, you can send 1 dark monster from your hand to the graveyard to destroy all other monsters your opponent, or destroy all monsters your opponent control, but you destroy Zerato during the end phase, which kind of sucks, but you're probably going to OTK your opponent if you get that off. Then we play 1 copy of Arklord Christia. With Arklord Christia, she is just amazing in this deck. She is, if you have exactly 4 fairy monsters in your graveyard, then you can special summon her to your side of the field for freezies. For freezies. Then, if she special summoned to your side of the field, you can add one fairy monster from your graveyard to your hand, and then neither player can special summon at all. You can also tribute summon her, which I've done before in this deck, and it's really easy to. But that's why you play her. She's just a shutdown card, essentially. And speaking of shutdown cards, we play 2 copies of Vanity's Emptiness. With all these cards special summoning, such as Superbia and your Naztons, and even your Argyle Christia, you can always tribute them to normal summon out a Vanity's Fiend, which can stop your opponent from all their plays. Then, speaking of stopping your opponent's plays, we play 2 copies of Ghost Ogre because it just stops so much stuff and negates so much shenanigans. Then I like to play a Kaiju engine in this deck, and I play a copy of Star Destroyer Kaiju, multi-dimensional Kaiju because he's a dark, and I can allure him away. 1 copy of Mothra or Mystery Dust Kaiju, and 1 copy of Gamma Seal. That's my Kaiju engine because it's a little diverse and it lets me use Interrupted Kaiju Slumber a little bit better with having 4 different Kaijus in my, arsenal. And like I said, with the majority of this deck, it's not hard to beat over any of these except for Star Destroying Kaiju, which I'm usually going to give to myself. But that's it. It's really an anti-meta deck. It's super anti-meta. But let's get into the spells, guys. I know I just scattered those all over the place, but we got them. It's cool. Let me put him right on top, and we'll keep going. So we're going to play 2 copies of Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. With Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, it basically Raigekis the field, or Dark Holes the field, and then gives a Kaiju to your opponent and yourself. Then it lets you search a Kaiju on the turn that it wasn't. After the turn it was sent to the graveyard, it lets you banish and then, add a Kaiju to your hand. But you can only activate 1 effect per turn. That's another reason why I don't play Raigeki in this deck. It's just not needed. Then we play 3 copies of Darklord Contact. This essentially lets you special summon a Darklord in defense position. You're usually going to go for Superbia. Actually, always you're going to go for Superbia if he's in the graveyard to bring back a second Darklord to let you go into a play of like an XYZ play or something like that. Then we play 3 copies of Banishment of the Darklord. That is essentially our Rhoda of the deck. You can actually get off 2 searches if you have a Darklord on field. Activate its Pay 1,000 effect while this is in the graveyard, and then you get the second search, which is super nice. But you can only activate either one of these once per turn, but it doesn't count if you activate the Darklord monster's effect if you have a second one of these in the grave, or you just get this one in the grave. Then we play 3 copies of Trade-In for our draw power, and 3 copies of our Allure of Darkness for our draw power. It's really easy to get this off with Christia in the deck, and with, what's his name in the deck? Superbia in the deck, and Zerato. So you have a lot of cards, and your Kaijus. Some of your Kaijus are level 8. Then we play 1 copy of Soul Charge for a little bit more of a, revival, exactly what I need revival. 2 copies of Twin Twister to round off the spells, just because, I don't really give a damn about sending stuff to grave in this deck. I don't care. Like, I can actually set up Christia by sending stuff to the graveyard with Twin Twister. And that's actually it for the spells. So let's get right into the traps. We only play 2 traps, and one is Darklord Rebellion. Darklord Rebellion is, you can send 1 Darklord monster from your hand to the graveyard, or face up on your field to the graveyard for that matter, to destroy 1 card your opponent controls. Now, you can actually pop 2 cards if you set this, and then, activate it, and then when it's in the graveyard, you can pay 1,000 and then get it off again and destroy 2 cards your opponent controls. Now, this last card is my own personal tech card, and I want you guys to guess what it is. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 seconds to comment down below. Tell me what you think it is. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're playing 1 copy of Eradicator Epidemic Virus. I know it's usually Eradicator Epidemic Virus when I do that, isn't it? But it's really a great card in this deck because all this is dark. Like, all of this is dark except for Christia and your Kaijus. And your multi-dimensional Kaiju is a dark as well. So you can call, like, spells or traps or whatever you want to call and just stop your opponent from so much stuff with this one little card. And so much of your stuff is over 2,500. So it's easy to go into. But that's it for the main deck. Let's really quickly get into the extra deck. Like I said, you don't really need it, but we're going to go into it anyways. So we're going to play 3 copies of the Spider Engine, which is a number 84 Pain Gainer, a number 35 Ravenous Tarantula, and a number 77 Seven Sins, which all you have to do is have 2 shells on field, go into this, overlay into this, and then overlay into this, and you have a 4K beater, which is a awesome, or 4K 3K, which is nice. Then we play 1 Super Dora. Again, you have to have 2 shells on the field to go into this. It's just kind of a big defensive card. This kind of hacks a punch with Rail Cannon. Gustav Max just burns. So then for our Galaxy Engine, we're going to play 1 copy of number 95 Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon, 1 Full Armor Photon Dragon, 1 number 62 Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, and 1 Cypher Dragon. Because you can use Superbia to go into this with a Christia, or you can't use Christia, but you can use 2 Superbias to go into any of this stuff right here. Or a Zerato. Then we play, that's it for the Galaxy Engine. Then we play 1 copy of Hope Harboring Dragon Titanic Galaxy, which is by far the best rank 8 in the entire game. Then we play 1 copy of Zombiestein. A lot of people don't play this in Darklords, and I don't know why the hell not. Because it is a 45k beater that takes 2 darks. Okay, that is 2 Superbias to make this for 4,500 attack. It's huge. Why not play it? Then we play, speaking of dark monsters, we play number 23, Lancelot Dark Knight of the Underworld. He can pop spells, he can attack directly, he can pop monsters at certain times. He is great. I love him. He's probably one of my favorite rank 8s in the entire game. I just think he's awesome. Then we play 1 Felgrand, and then we don't go into too many rank 7s, but since we are playing 2 Nastons, I decided to play 1 Darkness Metal Dragon, or not Darkness Metal Dragon, Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. Just for that little extra burn, and 1 copy of Draco Sack, because we can go into it if, circumstances forbid. But anyways, guys, that's it for my deck profile of Darklords. I hope you really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed showing that off. But that's it. I hope you guys comment down below. Tell me what you think of this deck. I really enjoyed deck profiling it, and I really enjoyed playing Darklords a lot. But don't forget to join DarkArmedAlliance down below, and like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and I'm out. See you later, guys.